Hi, I'm Carrie Beck with How to Homeschool My Child, and I'm here to talk to you about another one of our foundation programs with excellence in writing. As many of you know, I really like this particular program, this publisher. One big reason is it really helped my kids learn how to write better. Most writing programs teach your kids how to brainstorm ideas. What are they going to talk about? What are they going to write about? And they don't necessarily attack how to improve their writing. Excellence in writing is different. It's going to teach your kids how to write better. The program I want to show you today is Student Writing Intensive. This is intended to teach your students how to be a better writer. If you're looking for a program to help you as a mom or a classroom teacher be a better teacher of writing, I recommend Teaching Writing Structure and Style. That is our flagship and foundation program. It's the root of everything that excellence in writing stands for. And if you don't have that, I highly recommend you going to that video and learning a little more about that. It's probably one of the best investments I ever made as a homeschool mom. But let's move on. My kids actually went to a live workshop where Andrew taught B. This is the B level of Student Writing Intensive. They taught it. I will tell you, they went kicking and screaming. For 2 weeks before they went to this workshop, they gave me grief. Do I really have to go to a workshop? I can't believe we're going to go to a writing workshop for 4 whole days. Well, we truck on down to Houston and stay at my mom and dad's house. And they go to their lessons, they go to their workshops. On the way home, we have about a 2-hour drive. Both of my girls, at the time, they were ages about either 8 and 10 or 9 and 11. They wrote the entire way back to Bryan College Station. To me, that's a fantastic testament of what this workshop can do. Not only can it improve your kids' writing, it can change their whole attitude about writing, because writing becomes less difficult and there's something they can really grab on and figure out how to make their writing better. So let me just show you how you could do this in your own home. Maybe there's not a writing workshop coming to your town. Just use one of these. This has 2 parts. Well, actually 3. We've got our DVDs, we have our binder, and then we have the notebook at the right level. All right, A, B, or C. This particular one is B. Here is our DVDs, and I will just show you that you're going to start off. You've got 4 discs for your 4 days of your lessons. This program can last a whole year from these 4 lessons, and your kids can learn to improve in many ways. The final copy is an overview of Structure and Style, which is the program I highly recommend for all moms and teachers that are going to use this particular program, because it will give you the tips and tricks you need to be a better teacher and to help your kids write better. So this is all the videos. Here's our notebook. All the binders have the same stuff. They have the tabs. They have the quick start guide. And then we have here our binder. In the beginning of the binder are your student pages that your student will put in there. So we've got key ideas list here. We have our stylistic techniques. We have our LY or adverb page, because you know, if we're going to ask you to add an LY word to every paragraph, your kids don't have to know what an adverb is. They just go here and they can pick one that works in their paragraph. They will eventually learn it, but that's just a really nice thing. Here's our list of prepositions, because they're going to have to start their sentences with prepositions. Here's our clausal page. Here's our banned words. All of these are pages that your students will put into the notebook. So the front section is all for the student. The next section is for the mom or for the teacher. So we have an overview of how that works. And then we have our scope and sequence. Lesson 1, disc 1. Here's the DVD lesson, here's the reinforcement, here's the required sources, and here's our optional sources. And it's going to go through this entire scope and sequence of what to cover. But here is the secret sauce. We have our course schedule, a 30 weeks of lesson plans using this program alone. You don't have to buy anything else, and you can use this over and over and over for every single one of your children. So we have week 1, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a summary of what they're going to do and what the homework is. And then we're going to go to each lesson, and there'll be an expanded explanation. Here you've got the actual times on the disc that you're going to listen to that disc. We've got the title, the handouts, and the reinforcement material. And then underneath this, it's going to tell you what part of structure and style, teaching, writing, structure and style, you as the mom should be listening to. And then here's your lesson for student writing intensive. And then here is the reinforcement activities. So this will tell you exactly what to do. On the back are sample outlines that you will use. And then here is the handout that your student will actually use, and the checklist. Remember, with Student Writing Intensive, we give a checklist for every writing assignment. So here's what they need to do. They check it off, they're done, and they move on. If you see a problem, you teach it in the next lesson. Now, that was just from the DVD. Now we have Lesson 1 reinforcement with a checklist. Lesson 1 reinforcement again from the checklist. So they don't do these they don't learn a particular strategy and then move on. They practice it several times, and now they're going to move on to lesson 2, which is set up the exact same way. So you may be going, well, what in the world are they going to learn? Let me share that in closing. Student Writing Intensive. This is Group B. Disc 1, they're going to learn outlines and summaries. That's units 1 and 2 in teaching, writing, structure, and style. They will also learn half of their dress-ups. How do I dress up my paragraphs? So they're learning structures in outlines and summary. They're going to learn stylistic techniques to improve their writing in dress-ups. Disc 2, story summary. They're going to learn how to write narratives, fiction. That's Unit 3 in teaching, writing, structure, and style. And they'll learn the rest of their dress-ups. Disc 3, we're going to go into nonfiction, reference summaries, and paragraph structure. They will begin to learn how to start their sentences in a variety of ways. We call this sentence openers. And the last disc is creative writing, getting information out of your head onto the paper. There's a lot of times in life we have to get information out of our head and onto paper. This is going to give them the outline, and it will continue to give them more sentence openers so that they can have a variety of sentence openers to add variety to their paper. There was a woman who took the teaching, writing, structure, and style. I think she was a grad student. She was working on a thesis. She went home after she had taken this class for the teachers, and the only thing she did was apply sentence openers to her paper. She gave it back to her professor to get some feedback, and he said, I don't know what you did, but this paper is a lot better. So not only are you teaching your kids concepts here that they can use in college and in grad school. Like I say, my kids say they still use these concepts with their writing in college and in their jobs. If you want a copy of this, just scroll on down or go to howtohomeschoolmychild.com. If you have any questions, call or email me with the links on the page. I'll be happy to talk to you and answer any of your questions. I would never want you to invest in something that isn't right for you. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Remember, we have a lifetime guarantee on this, and we are happy to honor that. I'm Carrie Beck, How to Homeschool My Child. Have a great day. Thank you.